Well, howdy, my Broadway belters, jazz hand junkies, and BFA webinars. Welcome to another infernal installment of Unholy Encounters Season 2, where we set the stage on the fire and pull back the velvet on the curtain of the fiercest talent in the drag underworld. I'm your Demon Divas hostess, but I'm also a gender fluid party demon, Samara Hex Di'Angelo. Tonight's guest is the razzle to my dazzle, the rhinestone in my roller set, the tease in my wig line. She's an Orlando theater and country queen who ain't afraid of a little grit and a whole lot of glam. Tough as nails, dramatic as a 2X tragedy. I can keep going on with this fucking resume. But y'all, she's a performer, a designer, a very close friend of mine, a champion. And you always ask me, who's the one behind my legs? It's Annie Daynow.
Hi guys, hello.
How are you, Diva?
I am doing great. How are you?
I'm doing pretty good, honestly. I've been trying to set up since like 4:30, so
Oh no.
yeah, I had Wi-Fi issues earlier.
Oh dang. Well, hey, we're here now. We made it. It's gonna be great.
So I just want to say, what are you wearing tonight? Because I'm loving this outfit.
Thank you, girl. It is from Fashion Nova from Goodwill. Let me tell you, it's like a cute, like little tuxedo, like short and like bodysuit kind of thing with these like
Hmm.
big puffy sleeves. Um, I saw, I was like, oh, this is giving six, giving cabaret, not six, Chicago cabaret, very like old Broadway razzle dazzle. I was like, okay, I have to have this.
I don't
And
know why, but it's giving me like very Madeline Ashton right now.
I I have been listening to so much Death Becomes Her, it's not even funny. It's so bad. And
I
I
love that
unfortunately
musical
do
right now.
I unfortunately will have to play Madeline Ashton at some point. Do they want me to do that? No. But
Well,
I'm
if they ever do a
happy.
drag version,
If they do a drag version in this town and I'm not Madeline Ashton, I'm gonna start a riot.
hey, I'm sure Ginger, we'll get to that part, but Ginger will probably do it one day.
And I'll fight her before she does it.
Well, we have a lot to talk about, so it's time to crank up the heat and dive straight into a little segment I call Inferno Revelations.
Period.
Okay, so I want you to close your eyes.
Hello, you can't even tell if they're closed or not. They
Yeah.
are. I promise you.
And now I want you to remember that very electric night at Renaissance Theater. Everyone, the Rainix, the whole damn scene was perched and pacing to see who would win season one of the game. Now, Annie, open and tell me, when it came down to that final moment, did you feel like it was yours?
Um, yes and no. I I felt so great about my run on the gig. I felt like I presented such a strong package, but I never got that moment of validation. I feel like
Hmm.
that was like, oh yeah, you really did that thing until the very finale night
Hmm.
when Mikey like gave her little speech to each of the girls and gave hers to mine, and that was finally a moment of validation of like, okay, so I did do really well, like because I didn't win any challenges. I was in the top twice, I believe, but didn't win the lip sync either time.
Yeah.
Uh, so like technically, I like won.
Technically, you won, but
Yeah,
okay.
but didn't
But
actually win.
yeah.
Whereas Nix and V came into the finale with wins. And obviously we don't get to see the episodes ahead of time, especially the finale one. So I was so anxious the whole day. But we finally got there, we sat down, and they made a very like specific effort to make sure that we were sitting in a specific order.
Hmm.
And I was like, oh, I can't read into this. I can't read into this because then I'm gonna start like trying to put everything together. So I just sat down. I was like, okay, we're gonna let whatever happens happens. The bobby pins in my wig literally created a scratch on my head. They were so tight in there, and that's
Yes.
all I could focus on for like the first half of the episode. But it was good because it was a little bit of a distraction. Um, But as the episode kept going on, the first part, I was like, oh, this seems to be kind of like favoring me a little bit, but then it started to favor V a little bit. And I mean, at that point, at least internally, we had known that Rainex was not in the top two because it had already
Mhm.
happened. But the episode kept kind of going back and forth between kind of who it was favoring. And I talked to Ben about it, and he was like, we kind of did that on purpose. I was like, okay, y'all shady as hell. But um it got down to the final moment, and I was like shitting bricks. I was so nervous. I felt so good, and I wanted that win so badly to like kind of validate everything I had done.
Mhm.
And I really do feel like I deserved the win. I do. But also on the other hand, V is an incredible performer and
Yes.
also had wins and also showed a very strong package throughout the season. So I was like, this really could go either way. And then all I heard was like the music start to swell, and V and I were just staring at each other, and I was shaking my boots off.
Mhm.
And they opened the briefcase, but and then people started cheering, but because of the cheering, I couldn't hear the name that they said. So thank God my family was sitting next to me and I saw them stand up, and then I looked at the screen and saw that it was my name. Um, and then like felt like $1 million. It was so cool and such a great moment of validation and of just celebration, and it felt great. So honestly, I really there was not really a moment where I was like, "Oh, this is mine."
Mhm.
Like there was always that little bit of question of like damn, but V also did really well. So like it really could go either way.
Well, I will say, Annie, not only I was rooting for you because you're a close friend, but every time I fucking see you perform in fucking drag, the outfits, the hair, everything just astonishes me. And I'm
Thank
just gonna say will always be not only the winner of the gig, but a winner and close friend to me. I love you.
Thank you. I love you. I consider you a very close friend. I'm so happy we're getting to do this and getting to kind of like dive deep into everything.
Yeah, and I'll have spooky fans know my girl fucking be busy after winning. She still be busy.
I I love having a busy schedule, and I love getting to do
Booked and blessed. Eh.
it's fantastic. It's a lot, and it is a lot to get used to because I'm used to having like a very busy like theater schedule, because when you're putting on a show, a rehearsal schedule is very it is jam-packed, as every day is whatever. But that's
Yeah.
a very consistent schedule. Whereas this drag schedule is all over the place. Everything's at a different time, different place. So it's a lot to get used to and to adjust to, but it's so thrilling. It's so magical getting to do what I love for a living. And I'm like just like so over the moon that kind of life is going this way.
I feel the same way to you like every week because I have
Oh, yeah, girl.
3 days I have to be out.
Jeez, please, girl. It's a lot. Drag is
Yeah.
a lot.
I gotta go from daytime job to drag, daytime job to drag, and I'm just like,
Mm-mm,
eh.
girl. Too much, too much.
Well, you were confirmed the winner. The winner. Did you see all of the social media reactions? Queens literally paused their gigs to watch it. People were screaming, crying, stomping, and I was one of them. What was it like seeing that emotional response, not only from performers like me, but all around the world, all around the scene?
It was it was very weird but very cool, because when we filmed it that night, the episode wasn't fully done yet. There were still like a few like little tweaks that they wanted to do before releasing it. So the reaction that night was incredible. I this was my first like I had done like little competition nights, but I'd never done like
Mm.
a full scale competition. So this is my first one. So like being a winner of something like this was very new to me. And it was such a magical night. And I got to do OTR right after. And it was a musical theater night. So I was just like on top of the world.
So it worked out in your
No, literally.
favor.
And I did my number in my crown. Like it was a very, very special and surreal moment, and getting to like be surrounded by that much love and like celebratory nature and have my family there with me. It was very, very awesome. But because of the episode not going out on YouTube yet, no one was allowed to post about it or
Mhm.
share videos or anything. And Somehow, surprisingly, no one posted a video about it, to my knowledge, which is crazy. But we ended up being able to post about it like a week later, and they posted my crowning photo, they posted the episode, and my phone started like blowing up with people, and the reaction was it was so lovely and made me feel so loved and so good and so special. Um, and it was really cool. It was really cool to see like this whole community really come out to support
Yeah.
something like the gig, and that they took time out of their days to give me a text or a call or everything was really, really, really cool.
See, I tried to make sure that I was there at least most of the days that I could be there.
No, really, you were there quite a lot, right in the front row.
Yeah, the thing that sucked for me is I couldn't be there for like the finale, but or like both nights. So seeing the viewing or actually seeing it live,
Mhm.
and I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna wait till it comes out on YouTube. Nobody spoil it for
Yes.
me. I
I
see it
really
come
was
out on YouTube. I'm watching it doing like my face, and I'm like, I gotta call Annie right now.
uh it really was crazy. No one, at least to my knowledge, nobody posted any videos or photos. I mean, people posted videos and photos from OTR, which I performed in my crown. So if you had seen those videos, like it's kind of obvious. But from the actual
Well,
viewing,
no, I didn't
no
think
one
that. I thought
spoiled
it
it.
was a music. I thought you were just doing a regular number.
Oh, period, period.
Yeah. So I don't know what was going on. I had a theory. I was like, I have a theory. It might, in my like gut feeling, I think it might be Annie. Because I don't know what happened that finale night, but I'm like, something is telling me that it might be Annie
Oh,
tonight.
thank you. I appreciate that.
Well, if we're going on, you made the top three in Orlando Drag Race Live. And girl, I know you isn't the competition like next week for the finale.
It is next Tuesday.
Well, you designed wigs for the baddest bitches in business and are literally responsible for half the hair on my head. But after top three and after designing wigs, what is it like balancing both performance work and being a full-time glam technician?
Um, a lot. It just quite frankly, I had to pause commissions for like quite a hot second during ODRL and the gig because it's take doing wigs is not like a crazy huge time commitment.
Mm,
It is when there's a lot of wigs to do, but like making one individual wig usually is not like crazy, crazy, but when trying to do a competition on top of that, that unfortunately just has to take the precedent. Um, so it's been a lot of like give and take as to which one kind of gets the priority. But now
mm,
that the gig is completely over and ODRL for the most part has slowed down, I've been able to like start taking on more wigs again. Um, and it's a lot of making sure I keep my schedule very, very organized and like being realistic with people about like time expectations and everything. Because also now wigs are a little more expensive. Sometimes they can be a little harder to get. Um, so yeah, I try to keep my schedule as organized as possible and also try to see like instead of like, oh, you want to pick up this wig or can I bring it to you? I'm like, okay, are you going to be at this gig this night? Because then it can work for both of us that I can just give it to you then. Like, I think it's the best thing I've found that helps me
I
is
remember you did that before I
organized.
went to Kentucky.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah. And I was like, I can't make it here, but
Look,
can you get to me? Yeah.
anything to make it easier on both people, I will do.
But I will tell you, one of these days I'm gonna have to come like to you to actually get red and black refurbished and get it high again.
Oh
Right
yeah,
right
we'll
now
get
it's
her
like
all.
low.
We'll get, you know what, honestly, we'll do like a full like reset and get her nice and coiffed again. It'll be great.
Because I remember you saying to me when we were trying to pack that day, I remember you saying to me, you're like, yeah, red and black is definitely gonna need a full thing.
Oh yeah. Well, that's a great thing about wigs is that, or drag wigs at least, that once they're fully styled, you can take out the style, brush it all out, kind of clean it up, and then if done correctly, the wig should just be able to go back right into that style again,
Mhm.
as it's been heat set now with steam. So the hair fibers, when brushed out, will naturally just fall into the exact same shape that it was in. So usually they're not like too crazy to reset unless you try to de-tease a wig. And that is utter hell. And I would never wish that upon anybody.
See, I don't do that, and people ask me, they're like, "Wait, I wear Annie wigs like almost like 10 to 15 times, and they come apart." I'm like, "Okay, here's the thing: what you got to do. Use the oil sheen after you wear the wig that night. Brush it. That's what Annie taught me. And
Hmm.
then you put like the got to be on there and it should
Yep.
stick."
You gotta take care of your wigs. Because the wigs I make and give are made to last and they will last. But you just gotta take care of your wigs.
Yes.
Biggest thing, take care of them.
Well, now let's talk about, before we talk about the gig more, I want to talk about how does it feel to be in the top three for
It feels
ODRL?
it feels great. I This competition has been such a whirlwind since the very beginning of it. And ODRL has always been something that I've seen as like a pinnacle thing to do in Orlando.
Mhm.
Um, so getting to do it has been great and getting to be have such a successful run so far at it, knock on wood, um, has been really, really cool and very fulfilling. And the group of girls that I've gotten to work with are so great. Um, and it feels really good to be in the top three.
I will say my top two, and everybody keeps being like, "What about either?" I'm like, "No, it's Roxanne and Annie for me." And
I mean, Roxanne, they are both very big competition. I said from the very beginning that Roxanne was my biggest competition
you
because
guys do the
I
fucking same thing, basically.
correct.
No,
Her and I are doing the
and I
exact
was
same
I was
shit.
trying to relate it. I was like, okay, this is like you're saying, because I said the comment on Roxanne's interview. I don't know if you ever watched that one, but I said it's like Jimbo trying to beat Ginger Minge. That's what it looks like.
Yes, we are just different enough that there are like, okay, these are two different queens, but we are both have big makeup, usually wear blonde hair, and are doing a more like campy old school style of drag. So
Mm,
we are definitely in a very like similar boat. Which has been great though when you add E into it, who does something usually very different from us. So it creates this really kind of variety of a top three.
yeah,
And it's great. And I think from the beginning, I think all the girls in the season are absolutely fantastic, but I really do think those two, and knowing them for a little bit before the competition started, I was like, oh, these are going to be the two that I really like need to watch out for. And here they
here
are.
we go. Well, we'll tap into more of ODRL later because you know what, Annie? We'll keep that for a secret leg in ODRL, and I'll say it during break of what I'm about to do.
Ooh.
Well, one thing about you, besides the sharp cheekbones and positivity, is that you always come into a scene like a drag tornado. The girls never know what to expect from any Daynow show. Do you think unpredictability is your superpower?
Um, I would say like a little bit yes. And I think it's unpredictability in the fact of I I love this art form and I take what I do so seriously, even though it's so stupid what I do,
Hmm.
that I'll do anything. Like you want to book me for a scary show? I'll put together something that's like Annie's form of spooky. And you want me to do like a rock and roll, it'll be Annie's form of rock and roll. Like the unpredictability, I think, comes in a sense of like a brand versatility.
Yeah,
Everything you see from me is gonna somehow fit that brand of Annie, but it's still gonna be in the theme of whatever you're looking for. And I think people don't expect that out of my style of drag. I think my style of drag is very known for being, ooh, fun, campy, like silly all the time.
yeah.
And while that's very fun to do, there's a lot more that I can do. I've grown up doing theater
I,
my whole
I've
life.
I, I've seen it because I'm
Yeah.
like, she might have one niche. Like for me, it's more of like you might see me do all mostly alternative, but that doesn't mean I can't step into Samara's version of like camp, Samara's version of like musical
Heck,
theater. So
yeah,
I know the feeling.
that's what it's all about. So I think that is where the superpower kind of lies is maybe less unpredictability and more a strong sense of I know myself well enough that I'm okay with stepping outside of it
Mhm.
and still finding a way to bring it back to me while still showing something that people may not expect out of me.
Well, Annie, all I can say is you are the reigning musical theater queen of the gig, and frankly, of Orlando. But I also know you have opinions. Okay, I want to play a game we call musical royalty. I'm going to list 15 musicals, and you're going to rank each one from 1 to 15 based on how iconic they'd be on a full-scale musical production at, most people call it the Ren, but people that are spooky fans might know it as Renaissance Theater.
Ooh. Oh Lord. Okay.
And baby, keep in mind they're kicking off next season. Well, they've already kicked it off with
Yeah.
Hair.
It opened last weekend. And it looks great. They sound phenomenal. Oh my God. I haven't gotten the chance to see it because we do boots right after it. But oh my Lord,
I
they
went
sound
I went opening night and I was like, "Oh my God."
how was it?
It was so fucking amazing.
Um,
And okay, so I messed up. But here, so the bar is already raised and barefoot. Here's the twist. You can't use the same number twice. No ties, no safe zones. Just
Lord.
pure diva instinct and theater kid chaos. Are you ready?
I'm so ready. Oh God.
Okay. We have first up Wicked.
Out of 15.
Yes.
Um, I'll put it at 5. It was my first ever Broadway show, and I mean it's fantastic.
The Lion King.
I will.
Can you see it at the red or no?
Oh God, they would find a way to do it. Uh, oh, that's right. We're doing it at the Red. You know what?
Yes.
I do think they could do Wicked at the Red. I've seen Black Magics fly across the stage before.
So you changed
Um,
your number for that one.
no, no. I'll keep it at 5 because
Okay, five.
I think they could do it. Lion King, I may put that at like 11. I think they would have a very hard time doing that big scale of a crazy production there.
I mean, they have to mess around with puppeteering too.
Oh, correct. It'd be a lot.
Hamilton.
Oh, like I'd say
Mhm.
3. I mean, they've already done musical Monday Sings Hamilton. Like, I think they could do that production there very well.
Okay, the one we were just talking about, Death Becomes Her.
Only if it stars me. Okay.
Yeah.
Girl, honestly, I'm gonna put that one at like, mm, I'm gonna say like 14 because
14.
that show is so technically crazy that I think any theater that's not like Broadway level theater, I think for a while is gonna have a very hard time trying to produce that show.
Especially trying to do all this fucking acrobatics.
That and the like pieces that they wear for the hole in the neck, like that shit's crazy.
Yeah, the one I'm still trying to figure out, they haven't said it yet, is how they do the hole in the stomach.
I There has to be some sort of like hidden like smoke packs. I don't know, but it looks incredible.
Yes. One of my like favorites. So Aladdin.
Oh, I would put that at like 7. I think they could do
Seven.
Aladdin. Yeah, I think that'd be cute. The flying carpet may be a little crazy, but I think they could make that happen.
We have Moulin Rouge.
Oh, I'm so
It would be very sad, I can tell you that, but I think it can pull it
I'm
off.
so hesitant to say this, but I think I'm gonna put that at 1 because
No,
I mean honestly
I
at
can
this
see them
point,
doing it.
they could turn their entire theater into the Moulin Rouge. I think they could do that. Yeah, I'm gonna put that
Just
1.
imagine they do Moulin Rouge after Boots. Just imagine
Oh,
that.
girl, I live. I live.
That's what I meant to ask you. So after Boots, do you plan on auditioning for Renaissance Theater?
Um, I mean like in theory, yeah. I'm like have some more stuff hopefully there in the future. So
Yeah.
um
I mean,
yeah.
you're already the winner of Renaissance Theater and the gig, so
Yeah, so now that I'm kind of like in their sort of like Ren family, I hope to like continue to do stuff there. So fingers crossed.
Well, because they did a 1920s show before, I had to put this one down, The Great Gatsby.
Oh,
I don't know if you've heard that one yet or seen
I've
it.
heard the music and I've seen clips, but I haven't like seen enough. Um, I'll say like I'll say like 11. I don't think I've said that number yet. I'll say
I
11.
think you did say 11.
Oh damn. I'll say 12 then. I think that's a would be an interesting one to see there.
Okay, let's go for Smash.
Ooh. I'm gonna
Is
say
Ren gonna be able to live their Marilyn Monroe moment?
yeah, no, literally. They'll have Miss Shanae turn. She has a fantastic Maryland number. I'll put that at 4. I think they could do Smash. I think they can make that happen pretty easily.
Beetlejuice.
Oh, girl, that's gonna go right there with this big threat. Like, I'll put that at honestly, I'll put that at 15. That's crazy. But I mean, if the death becomes her, special effects are crazy. Beetlejuice is even more wild.
Yes.
Um, I think that would be crazy to see.
Okay, one of the musicals that I really, well, two of them are on this list, so I hope they're high numbers. Like, I really want to see it the Rent one day. But I'll name one of them, Pippin.
I
Can you see them
love
doing it though?
absolutely. What have I had to say? Have I said 2 yet? I don't
You
think
have
so.
not said two.
I'll put that at 2. I think they could, I mean, they could do the big top version. They could do the old school, like, like very theatrical version, or they could do
Mhm.
some weird ass shit. Because I mean, it's Pippin. You could do it however you want. I love it. Fun fact of the day about me. Pippin was the first ever show I was in when I was 8 years old. I played Theo.
Really?
Yeah, it was a community theater production of Pippin. Um,
Aw.
and I have loved it ever since.
I remember seeing it in college for the very first time. I'd never heard anything about it.
Oh,
And then seeing their college production, I was like, what the fuck is this? And why do I love it so much?
it's phenomenal. It's absolutely incredible.
So I have the last four, and it's gonna be and Juliet. This is the other one, favorite one I was talking about.
And Juliet. I would put that at, I'll say 3. I think they could very, very well do that. And because they could do something super crazy with like balconies and everything all over. I absolutely think they could do that.
Okay, so now 1 to 5 is taken.
Damn.
Yeah.
Man.
Get ready because you're about to see Chicago.
Dang, 'cause I think they could also really easily do Chicago. Have I said 6?
You have not said six.
Okay, I'll put that at
You
6. I
said
think
you said seven, but you didn't say six yet.
okay, yeah, I'll put Chicago 6. I feel like I'm giving very Chicago right now.
I can see. I will say this. I can see Mikey literally doing Velma Kelly.
Correct. If she doesn't do a one woman Chicago at some point in her life,
She
I'm gonna
already
love
did. She already did Roxy for her glamorous
it. Oh,
package.
correct. That number is wildly incredible. Oh my God.
Okay, so the last two we have six.
Oh, damn. Because that in theory
I
should be up at like number 1 or 2. Um, I think I've said 7. Have I said 8? I don't think so.
don't think you said eight.
I'll put that at 8, even though it should be higher, but I do think 8.
There's only one more number left, and that has to go. But if you want to change numbers, you can.
I think
But it's Cabaret.
damn.
Yeah.
I could do Cabaret very. I think the number I've left is 13, which is so crazy. Um, you know what? Let's put it at 13 and say that it would just be hard to do for some of the reason.
Yeah.
They would do great, especially the more recent, like sort of speakeasy, because they've done like a whole speakeasy thing before. So I think doing cabaret and especially the political message behind cabaret and
Mhm.
the Ren frequently doing things that tend to be like so political for in like in the community, I think would mesh really well together.
I can see Blake doing MC so bad.
Oh, without a doubt. Did you see it at the Shakes?
I don't think I have.
It was incredible. Oh my
Really?
God. It was like jaw dropping. Oh, it was great. It was
I
great.
think the last musical I saw, what that's also I remember I told you I was going to Kentucky. I
Mm.
saw and Juliet, which is one of my favorite
Oh,
musicals.
period.
Yeah, my top five has always been Phantom of the Opera, Hamilton, Wicked, and Juliet, and now Death Becomes Her.
That is a
And then
phenomenal song.
six is right there with and
This is
Juliet.
MC.
So
Nice.
what about you?
Oh God. I think Hairspray takes my number one. It has since I've been a kid. 9 to 5.
Hmm.
Love, love that show. Um, Hairspray, 9 to 5. Oh God. I don't know. I think I would put Beauty and the Beast third.
I can see
Love
that.
Beast. Uh,
I can see Ren doing that one too.
oh yeah. I played
But
Lumiere.
the problem is Disney would have to actually give them the rights because you know how
Okay.
Disney is.
I've played Lumiere quite a few times in my life, and it um is such a phenomenal show. So I'd say Hairspray. Uh, what the fuck did I say again?
You said Hairspray, Nine to
Beauty and the
Five,
Beast,
Beauty
nine
and
to
the
five.
Beast.
Oh, this is such a hard question. I don't know. Um, Favorite musicals of all time. I do love Hello Dolly.
Ooh,
Very,
I
very.
can
I
see
was
that.
very
I love
close to
that
naming.
one.
I was very close to naming myself Dolly in drag, but that I think would have just not been successful in the long run.
Okay,
Um,
okay, it's good she's not a racial berry girl naming Funny Girl. Okay, that's a
oh,
good thing.
I mean, I like Funny Girl, but I'm not like obsessed with it. And I'll say Grease. Grease more the movie. I think the movie is better than the musical. But
The
I've
second one
watched that
sucks ass, I
movie.
can tell you that.
What?
The second one sucks fucking ass. Oh, you like the second one?
I love the second one.
I've never heard that before.
No, I the first one is absolutely better. There is no question about that. But I think the second one's great.
The
I
second
think
one I was
Cool
fucking
Rider,
confused
Girl
like the
for All
whole way.
Seasons. Oh, it's great. The musical is not as good as the movie, but the movie itself and just the musical in general, I think so. Those would be my top five, I think.
I will say the same thing about how I feel with Back to the Future because I'm like, I
Oh.
tried to watch a slime tutorial
Hmm.
and I was like, I should just be watching the movie right now.
Yeah, it's not doing it for you.
I don't have you like seen like the slime tutorial or the audio?
I've listened to it and I've like seen clips from it, but I haven't like done a deep dive into it.
It's they kind of they it's like the movie, but I don't like the music going with it, and I'm just like they should just turn this into a jukebox musical at this point.
Honestly, period.
Well, that is musical royalty, everyone.
Woo!
Now, there's one more theater queen I would like to ask you about. She just won, and she's on the new season of All Stars. And Annie knows what I'm talking about, but it's her fourth time competing and her third time in All Stars. Some think your drag is very similar, and when it comes to performing, we of course are talking about one of my favorite icons in Orlando, Southern Florida Delight, Miss Ginger Minch. How do you
Who?
feel about your mother, Ginger?
I I am such a huge like super fan of her and love her so dearly. And she has been such an incredible drag mom to me. I'm obsessed with her. She was my season 7 was my first ever season of Drag Race that I watched.
Hmm.
Um, and getting to see a plus size musical theater person not only be on TV but be celebrated on TV for who they were was like life changing for me.
Yes.
So now that we've come full circle that I'm now involved in her drag family and get to call her a friend and a mentor and everything is so surreal. And she's in the short time that I've been a part of her family, she has already done so much for me. And I adore her. She's absolutely sickening.
I
And
still
I think
remember that first night she adopted you on the
Mhm.
Broadway like Kaya show, and I'm like, she's like, wait, this is Annie? Eh.
Yeah, it was such a surreal moment for me. And it's still like there'll still be things that I'll have the opportunity to do, or even just getting to like text with her. In my head, I'm like, damn, I'm texting fucking Ginger Minge. Like, what the hell? It's great. It's so fabulous. And I feel so lucky to be. a part of her drag.
Well, I have a side note question. How are you feeling about her run on All Stars 10 so far?
Oh, I think she's doing phenomenal. Like, I I have no doubt. I'm hoping that she's going to go all the way and that she's going to snatch the crown. I think what she has shown so far has been so good, and I think the world is going to refall all in like in love all over again with Ginger, and I hope that she does, and I hope that the world gets to see how much work and love she put into her package because she did. She put a lot of work and effort
Yes.
into it, and I am so thrilled for her to have this opportunity. Um, and we're keeping fingers crossed.
Hopefully this time she can bring a crown
Yes.
back to
Yep.
Orlando.
We're keeping
Yeah.
fingers crossed that she goes all the way and that it ends up being her season. I think it's going to be. I got a good gut feeling about it.
I think Florida is the only one like, well, there's probably many more states I'm forgetting, but I think Florida is the only one left where it comes like with big drag, like fucking New York, LA, and all that, that hasn't had a crown yet.
Oh, well, we kind of we have a I don't know, I'm not gonna say a half crown, but because Trinity um was the twinner on.
Yeah, I was about to say she is the twinner, but I thought she started in like more like southern than Orlando because
Oh,
didn't she move to like Alabama or something like that?
I don't know actually. I know she moved to California recently, but I don't know. I don't know if like Florida was her like official stopping ground. I'm not sure.
Well, we do have Trinity, and I will say she is one of my favorite winners
Oh,
out
that
of that.
she's great.
But I can't forget about Monet Exchange.
Right. That was a great season.
Hey, Annie, I need you to come with me through the underworld portals
Okay.
as we are about to go back in time. Look, here we are. You are in front of the TV watching your very first musical. What were you like as a little kid, and what do you remember about that moment?
Oh, I was a very weird kid, just in general. Um, I I couldn't tell you what my first ever musical was, but I know I was a very big fan of Grease, like watching the movie Grease as a
Hmm.
child, which is crazy because Grease is not necessarily a children's movie. But I would only skip to the musical parts of it. I never wanted to actually watch the like scene parts of it. I always, oh, there's a hair dangling in my eye. Hello. Nice. Um, we had one of those like the little black box TVs with the VHSs. And I think this story is so funny. I don't know why. I broke the VHS of Grease that we had because I would fast forward and rewind it so much just to listen to the music of it. Um, which is so crazy. But I think from a young age I always had a very big draw towards musicals, towards musical theater. I think it's so whimsical and so theatrical and so just so cool. I love
Yes.
it. I love everything about it. And I think getting like those experiences, and I've done theater since I was 8 years old. Like it has been ingrained in my life for a very long time. Um,
You just said your
something I
very
love.
first musical was Pippin.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. Oh, well, actually, you know what? That's a lie. I lied.
That's a lie.
Kind of. My like very first musical was literally it was God, where did we do it? I think we did it in like a cafetorium at some school.
Mhm.
It was maybe I don't know. It was so long ago. It was a production of Beauty and the Beast Junior. And
Oh.
I was like a baby Lumiere and I the pictures from it are so precious. Um so that and Pippin happened at a relatively very similar time. Um but so especially growing up with like Disney musicals too
Mhm.
was like very much shaped kind of everything for me now.
I mean, I will say one thing that I do love that you did was that Cinderella moment in ODRL.
Thank
And
you.
I was like,
Telling you.
what the fuck? I see what Annie's doing. I see it now.
That was the very first costume I bought for ODRL, the very first idea I had, because I was like, I want to do something Disney just at some point. We live in Orlando, like hello. And I knew for evening gown, I did not want to do a traditional evening gown, but I also did not want to do like a comedy queen outrageous evening gown style. I wanted
Hmm.
something in the middle, something that would appease judges, but also appease my creative thing. And I remember seeing that like gif of the Cinderella um like changing dress, and I was like, "Ooh, that." Um, so I like sketched up this like more drag evening gown style of her blue dress. And the original concept was to have a huge swirl of sparkles go around me.
Hmm.
That ended up proving to be way more difficult to make than we had expected. So we replaced
How hard was the reveal?
it was actually very, very easy. That's something I love about my drag that I think people don't give enough credit to, and not to me, but to the art in general of theater, is simple theatrical tricks are so easy to do and they are so successful. Literally all it was my friend Emily, love you, Emily, in the pink Cinderella dress, and we made sure she was facing backwards or like kind of down for majority of it since she didn't have like drag makeup on,
Hmm.
and opened the curtain just enough, and I was standing literally right next to the curtain. She spun, and as soon as it closed, I just stepped in and she ran off, and then made
I
sure that
didn't
all
even notice that. I thought it was
yeah.
you the entire time.
Oh, girl, please. Um,
No, because I wasn't there that night, but on video it looked like it was you for, and then I'm like, there has to be something going on
oh,
here.
I'm so glad. No, wait, I was like, because we had talked about doing a reveal with the actual dress itself, but the dress is so, it is a full body piece. All the nude mesh is sewn into it. The gloves are all, it's all one piece. And it was going to be too much to try to
Mhm.
cover and reveal. And the hair was too big. Um, so we decided to have like a little, like a stunt double. And with the little magic of stunt double and try to controlling where your eye goes, it made for, I think, I think honestly, one of my favorite things I have done this entire season of ODRL.
Well, we'll get into more of that later, but I want us to step into another portal. Right now, we're going to be drifting forward slowly but surely. This is a big one. The moment you first came out to your family and close friends, what was that experience like for you, and how does it shape Annie today?
It's, I'll tell you about my family one in a second because it's kind of funny. I remember coming out to my friends. I think I just texted them, which is crazy. I think I came out to them before my family. My brother was the very first person I came out to, and he's also gay, so that's kind of fun. Um, but so I think my friends was more of a like they probably already knew, and I
Yeah.
was doing theater with them anyways. So like I came out at 17. Um, so that was a little more chill, but my family, we were all watching SNL together,
Hmm.
and I sent a text to who I thought was my group of friends, talking about how attractive I thought Colin Jost was because he's beautiful, whatever. And turns out I sent that to my parents, who were sitting directly next to me in a room with my entire family. So I'm pretty sure my dad opened the text. He's like, okay, like cool. And then we watched the rest of the episode in near silence. And then my like brother and sister left the room and we talked. Um, and it was great. I have a incredibly loving and supporting family. And obviously like finding out your child is gay, like even if you already knew or whatever, like it's an adjustment.
Yeah.
Um, so definitely like periods of like how do we navigate this? How do we help you the best? How do we do this as a family together? And
Hmm.
I love my family so dearly, and they come to like a bunch of my drag things. They help me with my drag.
I think
They
I didn't I meet your parents before?
at Boots, yeah.
Yes. And I
Yeah,
remember that your parents are so fucking nice, by the way.
I love them. My parents and my brother and sister, they like are, I'm so lucky to have them, and they're all so supportive and so loving of it.
I
Um,
remember that night, like actually at Boots, I'm sitting down with them, and then they had to go early before the second act, and they were like, you go ahead and support like Annie, you can have the booth." And
Period, girl.
I'm like, okay.
No, it's great. They are so fantastic, and they just I love them, my whole family, and they are great. And I think that story is so funny. And my brother one time was trying to get like a Christmas gift for me and wanted to get me a cameo from Colin Jost. And this bitch messaged him and said, "Hey," like just a random DM on Instagram. He never opened it or read it. But literally was like, "Hey, my brother came out to my parents by accident texting about how attractive he thought you were. Can you send a cameo?" I was like, "Wait a minute, that's crazy." Never got it. But it's funny. It's a
Well,
very funny story to look
maybe
back
one of
on.
these days you'll get one.
Right, if I ever meet him, I'll have to tell him that story.
Yeah. But I will say, Annie, another thing, it's good that you have that like good family bond because not many people do.
No, I consider myself so lucky to have a family that like cares and loves and supports me so much. It's really fabulous. It really is. I love it. I love it so 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 dearly, and I love them a lot.
Yes. Well, see, soon I do this and I'm like going in the questions, it will turn the screen and then it will fuck me over.
Oh no.
Well, okay, so I'm trying to figure out where we are. Okay, so suddenly we're in the heat, humidity, and hustle of Orlando, Florida, your chosen battleground. You've taken a few breaks from drag, stepped away from the stage, but baby, you didn't stay gone. You clicked those ruby slippers 3 times, and suddenly you're booked and blessed before you even won the gig or slipped into Orlando's Drag Race Live. How did that comeback magic happen?
I so that is a great question. Because I had started doing drag for a little bit. I had always like I had done it for a little bit like in my bedroom, and then I started doing it kind of like with the little competition nights or whatever. And then I did a Twisted Tuesdays, won my first round, and then the second round was a Broadway theme night, and I was like, oh, okay, like these other girls are gonna wish. Um, Very wrong about that. And I was still so new to the scene, so I showed up in my little Amazon bodysuit, not rhinestone. No, I looked so bad. And I was like, I'm gonna sing live, and didn't do a sound check, didn't do anything. Um, and it resulted in me not being able to hear myself sing. So the whole
Mm.
time I was panicking, and I felt so horrible about my performance. And then, of course, I was there with, oh God, who else was it? Tic Tac did a full like 11 costume change version of my strongest suit. Um, God, who was it? Someone did like a full production of The Lion King and had like backup dancers, backup dancers. Um, and everyone brought these huge production numbers. I was like, oh, um, dang, I'm terrible at drag. So I quit drag
Mm.
for months. Obviously, I've watched the video back since. It took me a while to watch it, and it was really not that bad. Um, but so I stopped doing drag for a while, focused on theater, and was doing theater professionally for a while. Then I was like, you know what? I really miss drag. Take it out. I started just a little bit, and then I got offered a contract in Arizona
Yeah.
for a professional like theater thing. So I was like, okay, you know what? Nope, this is really cool. I have to go do this. Did that, and then came back and had nothing theatrical lined up. And I was like, let me let me open back up drag again and see what happens. And I don't I don't know what the fuck happened, but it kept spiraling and snowballing into this like career now, and it is so cool. I mean, for months was doing I truly owe a very large part of my drag career to Tree. There was a good chunk of months I was doing her Thursday and Friday open stages every single week. Any open stage I could find, I was trying to be a part of it. I was trying to be there, always trying to do something new, something different. And I think it's a mix of hard work and a mix of showing up and honestly a lot of like right place, right time. Networking is a huge thing in this town. And I like am now here doing it
Yes.
like pretty much full time and it's really cool. So it's taken me a second, but we got there and now it's really cool.
And you can tell it's all coming together. Like I remember I didn't get to meet you until actually Axel's like fucking show. I think it was the Halloween show you did Hocus Pocus.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I
At
think
the
that's the first
Sundays.
like well we met, but we didn't really
Yeah.
start our relationship until later on.
Oh yeah. Those and same thing with those open stage. Orlando has a huge open stage culture. And I think that's like a anyone who's trying to do drag, show up to those open stages, girl. Are they going to pay you a lot of money? No, you don't get paid. And you may not make any tips, but you're showing yourself, you are
Mhm.
meeting people, and you're getting opportunities to perform.
And I'll also
And
say the same thing too, because I knew you mentioned Sheree, and I want to give her a shout out because my older drag sister, Mystery Haga, has always been there, not only as support, but also she was the first one that gave me my start in Orlando.
oh yeah, she gave me my very first booking here. And she like trusted me to be able to come back and do her open stages every week. And she's truly phenomenal, phenomenal, phenomenal.
That's why you always see me at
Hmm.
Mannequins every Thursday.
Oh yeah. Yes, ma'am. Miss Mannequins in Sanford.
So as you're rising through, let's go to the moment you audition. Not for one, but two massive local competitions at the same time, girl. Mhm. I still love the joke that they make. They're like, "How the fuck did she do it?" Yeah.
No sleep, that's how.
But my question is, what made you say, "Yes, I want to do the gig in Orlando Drag Race Live at once"? Were you nervous or just ready to eat the girls up?
I had already signed up for Drag Race Live in November of last year, I believe. And I knew as soon as they posted it, I was like, okay, I want to do this. This is going to be
Mhm.
something really good. This is a huge pinnacle thing in our town. Like, yes, I want to do this. So I signed up for it. We got it. Um, and then when we like had a little like pause on the whole season before we came back and started doing it again later in the month or in the year. Um, and during that time was when we were rehearsing for Boots, and Mikey had told us like, "Hey, I'm kind of coming up with this idea to do something called the gig. It's going to be like a competition thing, but all the girls get paid." Like I was talking to me and some of the girls at Boots, and like you should submit for it, like whenever if ever this happens. Um, and then the postings came out about it, and I was like, okay, like technically the dates don't conflict at all because they didn't so I was like let me just sign up for it. This will be really great like money wise and like um I naively was like, oh, maybe this like doing these at the same time won't be that crazy. uh Crazy thing on my
And
end.
and then you
um
found out the hard way.
yeah, and then I got it, and the I will say the gig was a lot more than I was expecting it to be, in a good way. It was great, but it was very demanding.
Mhm.
um and so was ODRL, and I underestimated how much it was going to be um on both ends. But I looking back at it now, I think it was one of the stupidest and smartest things I think I've ever done. Because it's so dumb, because it has cost me so much money and sleep and time and has worn me out. But at the same time, what a like not even to be this way, but what a fierce thing that I do. Like what the hell?
I mean,
Uh,
you've already like won one competition with the gig, and you have a 1 out of 3 chance to make it for ODRL.
yes. And even if
That's
I do
if you
what?
win. That's what I was about to say. Before you go on, if you win both crowns, that's gonna be gaggy.
Knock on
Eh,
wood.
eh.
And even if I don't win ODRL, even still making the top three, I mean, hopefully I do win, but even if it's that, like having such a successful run on both of them is such a great accomplishment for myself, and I feel so great with what I've done. And I think that's the most important thing out of any of it, that I'm proud of what I have shown, and I've stayed true to myself. And um it has cost me a lot mentally, physically, emotionally, but I think it's been worth it. And I think it's also helped kind of propel my career too. So honestly, I wouldn't change it. I wouldn't. It was
And
crazy, but I
honestly,
think it's
I
very
want to
fun to
say
do.
I am proud of you.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Both times, and I'm like, I honestly have seen my closest friend light up the fucking stage of both competitions.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. They've been very fun. That's also the thing. Like it's I've been very fortunate to be with a group of people, and both of them that are very great people to be around. And
Hmm.
it's fun to do. It's stressful, and honestly, the the ODRL nights are usually pretty rough for me.
Yeah.
Not like for any reason other than like my mental state during them is usually a little chaotic and stressed, but they're very fun. Once once
I
we get once we get past the whole night, then they're fun.
I mean, I got forced. By the time this interview comes out, people are gonna know. But Sri, my drag sister, Victoria, and Kalia all are like, "You're the last one. You're the last one of the family that has to do ODRL. You have to do it next year." And I'm like,
Girl, you absolutely should.
no, I really want to do it next year, but the problem is I'm worried about like all that fucking stress.
I will say, I said this in Untucked, and I will say it again in a heartbeat. The biggest advice I can give to people about doing ODRL is aside, oh, hello. Aside from money, aside from talent, aside from anything, is to have a group of people that you can trust and be your like team. Like I have a team Annie group of people, and that's not like a, oh, this person's on hair, this is on makeup, this is on whatever. It's a group of people that will support you throughout it,
Mhm.
like emotionally and mentally, and be there for you. A group of people who aren't afraid to tell you when your things are bad. Like even the last ODRL thing with me being a dirty dish, was it the best performance I've ever done? No. Would I have probably have done something different? Yes, but whatever. But like when I originally brought the concept up to people, my friends were like, honestly, don't love that idea. And they helped me shape it into like something that would work. And a group of
Mhm.
people that like are willing to help you. Hey, can you come over and help me rhinestone this thing? Yeah, I got you. Like that is my best advice is to have or find a people that even if it's one person, two persons, two people that can just be there for you because it's a lot and trying to do it all on your own is just not feasible. It's just not.
Well, see, that's what I was
Um,
about to say. I am lucky to have not only you helping me, because I know
oh
you're probably
girl.
going to be helping me.
Oh, your hair
Like,
package, your hair package
yes,
would be so sickening.
that I have Stigma, I have Kendall, I have Tree, I also have I said Stigma already, but I have his team helping me for like I don't know, you know his business, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they're helping me. They're like, we're already supporting Samara this year. Yeah.
No,
And
I'm telling you, like,
Roxanne even said she would like help me with like
oh
Kalia as
yeah.
well. So
It's great. And that is the absolute best advice is do not try to do it all on your own because you will get overwhelmed and you will start second guessing everything that you do,
no,
which
it because
I didn't. So,
yeah, I was about to say I'm like they're already setting you up to like win at this point.
girl, I don't know. I'm hoping.
Yeah,
I'm very excited about
crossing our
what
fingers.
I know. I'm very excited about what I'm bringing for the finale. So hopefully it'll be enough to give me the crown.
And we'll get into more of those finale questions later because I added a little bit more because
Ah,
this interview doesn't come out until after ODRL, so
oh,
you can spill, and I'm gonna keep my mouth shut.
nice.
Okay, so as you're going through glove competitions, well, you just finished one, and you're almost done with ODRL. You start building your brand not just as a performer, but as a designer, vocalist, and storyteller. What part of your artistry do you think people understand the most at first?
Oh, I think the aesthetic of my drag, the look of it is um very like you look at what I look like in drag and you're like, oh, I know.
Hmm.
Like you can very clearly tell like what kind of thing I'm most likely going to be doing or bringing or something. Because my look is very theatrical. It's big, it's over the top. There's nothing subtle about it. So I think when you see that, it's like, oh, okay, I kind of see what your deal is.
Yeah.
And then I get to bring in the other parts of it that are like, ooh, okay, didn't expect that. Or the parts that they did expect, and then we all get to enjoy that. We all had that moment together. Like, so I think that's the kind of first thing that people really get to like grasp onto.
Like I said, your art, I don't even have words for it at most of the time. And that's how good it is.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
So let's take a moment in the mirror. What advice would you give to Annie at the start of her drag journey, before the wigs, before the wins, before the world took notice?
I would say to not count yourself out of things because you are different. And I that is such like a tried and true thing to say. But it's true. Being like a bigger queen already is can sometimes provide difficulty that maybe other queens don't deal with and can be honestly something that plays against you in a drag scene.
Yeah.
Just being so for real. It is. And I knew from the beginning I didn't want to do like small, subtle makeup and everything. And that style of drag is so fierce of like a more fishy, more feminine style of drag is phenomenal. And if I could do it, in a heartbeat, I would because it's fucking fierce as hell. But I knew that that just wasn't for me.
Mm,
And learning to accept that that's okay and
yes.
that to trust myself enough to know that if I love what I'm doing and I can convey that to people, then people will also love what you're doing because people love to be happy and they love to experience the joy. And if they see you having fun, it's great. And I think that was something I really had to learn was to not count myself out of opportunities or places or clubs or certain nights or everything because I'm like, oh, I look like this and I perform like this. They wouldn't want me to
Mm,
be a part of that. And come to find out, like if if you insert yourself and or like allow yourself to really be a part of things and to have a fun time doing them and to allow people to like what you're doing and not hide it from them, then it creates something super magical. So I think that's the
yes.
best thing is to trust your instincts, to always remember that you love what you do and you
Mm.
get to share that with other people and that is super cool.
Well, finally, will Annie ever do RuPaul's Drag Race to follow in her mother's legacy?
Girl, I hope so. I would love to. So hopefully it is in my cards in the future. That's I think one of my next steps in life. So that I would like to take. So
You know, if she wins this
hopefully,
season, they're gonna be looking at one of like Ginger's children and being like, "Who's the next one?"
girl, I would
Yeah.
love to. I would really, really love to. So hopefully that is in the cards for me at some point in the near future.
Yes.
Um, and if not, I'll keep trying because I really would love to.
Keep on what Sophia all says from Drag Race is keep auditioning because I'm like Sophia did it 11 times, Nina did it the
Crazy.
same amount, and if they can, and those two can make it on, and they might give a little favor to you considering you're Ginger's daughter. You know how Carrie
Oh,
was,
well,
Tsunami. Yeah.
I definitely like getting to have Ginger to help me as in that I mean, obviously she's not gonna like message World of Wonder kind of help, but to have guidance like that, I think will be really, really very comforting to have. And because that's a not an easy process, even just submitting a video. So having kind of her guidance there, I think I'm very, very lucky to have.
Annie, you're on the gig and you step into the employee break room and you're like, let me just lead very businesswoman. You make a statement right out of the first challenge in the big gay country rock and roll jamboree performing country. We know you for, but with a Disney Woody twist. And you didn't just show up, you dominated the entire season. Challenge after challenge, week after week. From filming confessionals to staying digital challenges, the gig was a different beast. What was the biggest difference between competing on a YouTube series like this and a traditional in-person drag competition like Orlando Drag Race Live?
The absolutely like the schedule and the time commitment. We were there, we did the gig 3 days a week, 2 days of filming and 1 day of live show.
Mhm.
But even on the live show we were filming. So it was a very different time commitment and a schedule to run and to have like the process of putting together your things for each episode and each night um usually is not seen in a traditional like pageant or traditional like competition unless you record it and film it yourself.
Yeah.
So to have all of that parts or all those parts filmed and shown to people, is quite different, and you have to be kind of on at all times, and there'd be long periods of breaks while tech is dealing with things like um I think that the time commitment and the willingness to kind of have to share everything about
Mhm.
your whole process with it um is makes for a very, very different experience.
Well, I can tell you one thing that was a small experience, fans. What you see as a lip sync is correct, but what you don't get to see is you don't get to see the audio.
Oh, I I mean, it makes complete sense. Like obviously they can't afford to put like all the songs in the YouTube videos. Um, but luckily like a lot of us have clips from them or like full videos of it like on our
Mhm.
phones. So we still get to have like those memories, and we just can't get the full experience on YouTube, unfortunately. So hopefully if the gig season two ever happens, which fingers crossed it does, because that'd be great. Um, that like they find an outlet to be able to share those full clips because there were some fierce ass numbers throughout the entirety
Yes.
of the gig that I think if like we ever get the chance to like really get to see all of them would be really, really cool.
Well, digital drag is its own frontier. What was
Mhm.
your mindset walking into the gig, especially knowing this was going to be filmed, edited, and broadcast to the entire internet instead of a live crowd?
I was very nervous because I had never done something like this before, and I knew because there was what, eight of us, I believe. Um, nine? No, there's eight. There's eight. Um, there's eight of us.
As I'm trying to
And
count.
before when I got there, our times had been staggered, and God bless Mikey gave me the latest time because I had boots the night before. Um, but so I was the last one to arrive and the last one to walk into the room. So at that point, four of the queens were already in our like little
Mhm.
break room area, so I didn't get to see who any of them were. And then I had seen the other queens who were kind of like in my like second half, like getting ready in the dressing room, so I got to meet them ahead of time. Well, I don't know if that's like secret, but uh, um, and I had some suspicions as to who I thought would be there. But then I walked into the room and I was like, oh shit, like this is a very, very strong group.
The gig has
Um,
started. Yeah.
yeah. So it took a lot to get used to of the filming, and of the whole experience of what it's like to make something like this. But I feel like I got more used to it as time went on. And it
Mhm.
became a really cool experience to get to kind of be a part of the making of something like that. It's very cool.
Well, week after week, the cast gave such strong performances, and yet you consistently stood out. What do you think sets you apart from the other contestants as the competition progressed?
Oh Lord. I think especially at the gig, my look and aesthetic was very, very different from anybody else's.
Hmm.
And whereas in like ODRL, like I have a parallel of Roxanne that we're both a similar style of drag. I don't think anyone else in the gig and I kind of had a parallel, like no one else really did musical theater stuff. No one else kind of has that same like look as I do.
Yeah.
So I think that definitely helped me stand out a little bit that it was something different than than what a lot of the other girls were doing.
And you gave us like much versatility from cinematic productions to clever reveals. I want to ask, what challenge like pushed you creatively the most, and what did you learn about yourself while filming it?
Oh. Um, oh God, I gotta go like think back, which pushed me the most. Like, okay, we did country rock and roll. We did. Oh, the ball. The
That
that was
that was the
definitely
animal print one, right?
yes, it was animal print.
The one you got from Goodwill.
Punk.
I remember you talking about that outfit too.
Yep, animal print, punk, and then like a make your own from Goodwill thing. That was, I think, one of the hardest because I'm not like a like huge thing when it comes to like making my own outfits and everything.
Hmm.
So kind of having to be responsible for all that was a lot. And punk is not really anything that I usually do. Um, but it creatively made me really think and push and like how to make an outfit from things at the thrift store when there really was not like much to work with. Um, but it was exciting and it was exciting to get to show people. a different side of things that I can do and things that I can make work. Um, but it was hard. It pushed me quite a lot. But I'm so happy with the like ball package that I was able to present that night.
I loved your package that night. One of my favorite things is that you stepped into kind of my aesthetic with the emo runway, and I'm like, I've never seen Annie do emo before, and I'm loving his punk rock at its finest.
Thank you. I can't even lie. I put on the full outfit. And I was like, "Oh, I love this." It one of the like I was like, "This is so different for me," but I'm like so obsessed with this. It was so fun. It was so fun to get to do.
That's one of the questions I did mean to like ask. I know it's not on here, but what is it like for especially for like the ball or for the other challenges? Do you have to change your makeup like very fast, like backstage?
We I we had what 20 minutes maybe in between um each challenge, which was very quick. And I again going back to like having a team of people, I had my friend Lucas, love you Lucas, backstage with me. We were each able to have a helper, and I made sure to like find my own separate area in the theater. So I wasn't getting ready with everyone, but I think that night I needed to be like laser focused. And I wish you could have seen the area. There was like tables set that I set up for each look. Everything was laid out. Nails were like face down with stickers on them, like little things. Everything was like laid out and ready to go so that as soon as I walked off that runway, I immediately took everything off. And then while I went to the dressing room to do my makeup,
Mhm.
Lucas was like getting everything ready for the next look and putting everything away from the previous one. And I did very subtle changes whenever I'm changing my makeup for a show, because there's not really much you can change.
Yeah.
I try to plan it out. So I planned it out color wise and how intense things were so that the first look was a little bit less, and then I could add on like if I started with God, what did I do? I started with pink eyeshadow for the first one, and then changed it to pink and black for the second one because I was wearing pink and black, and then changed it to all black for the final one, and then my lip color kept getting darker. And for the punk one, this was such a small detail that I don't think anyone saw, but I had like little glued on piercings all over my face. And I
I
made
did
like an
not see that.
yeah, and I had an eyebrow slit. They're like very subtle changes that were completely everything was planned to a T, so that while I was doing my makeup, Lucas was doing that. Then I would run back in,
Mhm.
put on the costume. I had different nails on for every runway, different shoes, different earrings, different wigs. Everything was different for every single one. So there's a lot of planning and a lot of very, very quick changes.
Does the same
We'll make
thing
it
go
happen.
for like ODRL when you're doing like runway and then also performance?
Yes, it'll be the same deal. Everything will change from the runway to the performance, and it's everything's planned out ahead of time.
Mhm.
It may not be super organized, but it is at least planned out, and I know at least where I'm going and like
Yes.
what journey I'm trying to take throughout the night. Um, but it's the same thing. I'll have like a separate container that has my different jewelry and nails for the performance, so that I know I can like take these all off, put them in here, and even down to like the very tiny details of like okay, for nails, I'll use stickers instead of glue because
Mhm.
stickers I can just pop right off and then take them off later. Whereas glue, you have to pry them off.
Mhm.
But using stickers, you can pop them off and then pop the new ones on. And I'm not doing anything crazy in them, so if they like, they won't fall off because I'm not doing anything that would make them. Um, so it's just about planning and finding any little thing to make things easier.
Well, as the episodes aired, the online response started rolling, comments, shares, memes, fan edits. What was it like seeing the audience fall in love with you in real time?
It
And how
was
did
really
that,
cool. What?
I was about to say, how did that support impact your confidence like throughout the whole season?
It felt really great, and it was really cool to see people on YouTube, people who weren't even in Orlando, not even in Florida, follow me and send me messages and make comments on the YouTube videos. It was very
Mhm.
cool. It was very surreal. I was like, "Oh wow, this is really becoming something."
Yes.
It felt really great. It felt really great, I think, for all of us that we were getting support from not only our community but outside of it as
Mhm.
well. It was very, very cool.
Well, now that you're the gig season one champion, the legacy has officially begun. What advice would you give to future contestants, especially those entering season two, trying to follow in your stiletto footsteps?
Girl, not a stiletto. I don't be wearing those. Okay. Um, I would say plan ahead. As much planning as you can do ahead. There's going to be a lot that you cannot plan ahead for, but the things that you can do, um, always, always, always against every instinct in your head, always trust your gut
Mhm,
and try to stay as true to your brand is because that's a big thing for Mikey. That's a big thing for the Ren is the branding of who you are as a person.
mhm,
Try to come in with a very strong point of view as to what that brand is and then take a challenge. And instead of being like, okay, what am I going to do for this? That's just going to be random. Take that challenge and be like, okay, how would my brand do that? Because like if it was a punk number, I'm not going to go out there and do some like screamo song and like slam my hair around the floor and everything. That's just not my style of drag.
yeah.
Annie would do emo as in like I probably not American Idiot on Broadway, but like something like that. Like there would be a certain viewpoint on that thing that fits your brand while still fitting the category.
Mhm,
So stay true to your brand, plan ahead. Again, that same thing. Find people that can support you, especially emotionally, like and mentally, because it's a lot. And be nice to the film crew and to the staff and to your other contestants and to the judges and to guest judges and guest performers and everything. Always lead with kindness and treat people with respect because oh not that sorry that beep went
no,
off.
you're
Uh,
good.
but always treat people with kindness and lead with kindness and always have a great deal of respect for what other people do to make your part happen
Yes.
because that it will take you far and it will make your relationships and networking much better.
And for any of those spooky fans looking to follow in Annie's footsteps for season two, if you're a drag artist and want to do the gig, that's the greatest advice Annie just gave you.
Oh, thank you. I could go into so much more, but I think that's definitely the best advice I could give.
Hey, and I feel like honestly, if we ever do gig season two, Mikey might actually put you as like a main judge next season.
I would love that.
Yeah.
I would. I would love to kind of be a part of the other side of it if I ever got that opportunity.
That's why I do like that this season of ODRL going in because that's the next one. They have my drag sister Tree actually be on the
Hmm.
main panel,
Oh
who's done
yeah.
this shit before.
And like Juno, who won last season, was the guest judge the first night, and she was also involved in our like original meetings about the season and everything. Like she played a big part in it, which is really, I think, very helpful to have people who have done the competition before be a part of helping make it
You guys
happen.
got even like one of my like other close friends, Rem and I, doing pitch stop
Oh
every
yeah,
week.
absolutely.
Well, all right, Annie. Now that we talked about the gig and we're starting to talk about ODRL, the pressure cooker where legends are made and drag delusions run wild because we've seen Untucked.
Ooh, ooh.
You made it to the top three, and the finale is right around the corner. So let's go. You ready?
I am.
Week after week, you gave. I'm gonna say this word wrong. You gave the. Come on, Smart, say the word.
You got this.
I'm messing up words. The caster. You know what I'm trying to say? The castricality.
What?
You gave.
Theatricality?
Yes, that's the word. That's what I'm like. I don't
I
know
got
why
you.
I'm messing up words today.
No, you're good.
Vocals and full-on character arcs. What was your mindset going into this competition, and how did you stay grounded as the cast got smaller and smaller and the stakes got higher and higher?
Um, it was a similar mindset to the gig of like show my versatility, stay true to my brand. And I think I went into ODRL with a little bit more kind of knowledge on it than I would have had if we had started the season when it originally was supposed to start,
Hmm.
because the gig had already been happening and I had already been trained in that mindset of you are in focus mode, you are in performance mode. Um, show your versatility, show your brand, always try to keep people on their toes and give them always just a little bit of something that they don't expect. Whether that be something as tiny as having a little confetti popper at the end of like, oh, that's fun, or flipping everything on their feet and doing something that they would never expect you to do. Always have that little bit of surprise that keeps people excited to see what you're going to do next.
Mhm.
Because they could already be excited because they're a fan and they love what you do. But if you always provide people with just a little bit of something that they can always look forward to seeing like what's going to happen, I think that is something that can make for a really fun package in a competition.
Well, past is stacked with talent from newcomers to seasoned artists. Who kept you on your toes the most throughout the season, and who did you connect with most off stage?
I think Roxanne kept me on my toes the most. I think that will be a common theme. She is an incredible performer. And also, I think one of my closest friends from the season. Um, she's so lovely. I adore her. Her and Thesis were very, very like very nice supporters of me and me to
Mhm.
them throughout the season. I think the whole cast though, they are really a phenomenal group. But I think those two specifically, um, were always just like very, very very just like very nice to me and very great to me. Not that anybody wasn't, but
Yeah.
like I don't know. There's those two. I really enjoyed working with them, and I think we created a really nice bond. And Roxanne, I think literally almost every single week, Roxanne and I have been within like 3 or 4 points of each other,
Mhm.
which is crazy from week one. I think week one we were literally 4 points away from each other all the way to um this past like 2 weeks ago or however many weeks ago it was
Because
that
the
we were
makeover was 2 weeks ago,
3
right?
Yeah, 1 week ago. I don't know.
Something
Um,
like that.
yeah, but that we were also, I think, 6 points away from each other. Like we have been neck and neck this entire season.
Well, without giving too much away, are there any choices that you made this season that you would go back and change, whether it was a look, a performance, or even just a moment in Untucked?
Um, Not an untucked.
No,
Look, people can
because
say,
we all make fun of Untucked. I'll be watching it with some people, and I'm
girl,
like, what the fuck is going on?
people can say that I was boring during Untucked. People can say that I didn't do nothing. I don't care. I think I made the best decision I could by keeping kind, sitting back. And also, those nights are so exhausting. They are
Yes.
exhausting not only to have to perform and be on stage that much, but also the mental like um the mental toll it takes to be focused and to be prepared. And that's why like honestly during a lot of the nights I was not very like super social because I was incredibly focused on, okay, this things have to happen in a specific order. Things are happening that are all over the place that I have to be the one to control. So trying to keep a really like focused and steady mind so that by the end of the night, though, you're completely like
Yeah.
exhausted because you've just done all these things that have taken weeks and weeks and weeks of planning has finally happened, and now you get the letdown from it. So you're tired and you're in full drag. You've been in drag for hours. Like, and it's a mental and emotional thing to stand on stage and get critiqued about what you did in front of people. So
I
by the
do.
end of the night,
I was about to say, I do remember that one day that made me laugh is when you told everyone to shut up and untucked, and I was like, because I was talking to Roxanne about that, and I was like, I was like, I told, like, I was like, okay, let me put it in the words. It felt like that hiding in closet moment where you're like, I'm gonna care about
I'm gonna
myself.
worry about Heidi. Fuck
Yeah,
you. Fuck you.
yeah.
No, these poor girls are trying to talk, and I was like, let her talk. Like, girl, this ain't RuPaul's Drag Race. We are doing our own little thing here. Like, let's just have a nice time, talk about the night, and then get the fuck out of drag. Uh,
Yes.
but I think the only thing there have been like little choices that I would have
Mhm.
changed throughout the season, whatever. The biggest thing would have been the dirty dish number. That was the where in the water, what in the water was weirdly for me one of the hardest
What was
things.
that category even supposed to be?
Just like water
Just
and
like what's in
things
like water?
things in water. I don't know. I had a few other ideas, but none of them were really clicking. And then dirty dishes, I was like, oh, this is gonna be really funny. This will be really campy. And it was fine. I mean, I won the night, which is great. But my performance scores were definitely like some of the lowest they've been throughout the season.
Mm.
Um Still not like bad, but like definitely some of the lower end. Um so it definitely was not like my most favorite moment, and I think I could have presented a much stronger performance.
Yeah.
Also, like doing 8 full weeks of completely different things every week, it's a lot, and there is bound to be a week or two where things maybe just aren't as strong as they could be. So I think that would be the big thing that I would change.
Well, you've been praised for bringing fully realized performances. What's one moment this season that you think deserved more hype, a look, a number, even a line you said under the radar?
I think two things. A, the Cinderella thing. I thought
Hmm.
that that was so freaking cool. But my dollar store runway, I was so proud of it, and I thought it looked so good. And I just don't think it got the hype it deserved. Because I mean, like, yes, they said it was made out of binder dividers and everything, but like there was nothing else.
Yeah.
It was binder dividers, individually cut pieces that were glued together on the sides. Every single seam was taped over, and like cut little pieces of tape. The entire outfit, head to toe, had sequins hand glued one by one onto it. Um, the headpiece was a dinner platter that I like haphazardly cut out and then again glued every little piece and every little sequin on.
Hmm.
Um, and the outfit like was borderline like taped onto my body and held with like elastic, just like elastic pieces. Um, so it was quite simply literally only binder dividers. To the point that I'm pretty sure I bought my entire Dollar Tree out of binder dividers because every time I've gone back there, they haven't had any more. So thank God I had enough when
Well,
I
you
started.
well you bought mostly the dividers.
I I bought so many, it was so bad, but I used almost all of it. Um, I was so proud of that look. I think it is so cool, and I think it was such a cool concept, and I was very, very proud of it.
I was telling Roxanne during our interview, if I would have did dollar store, I would have done the same thing that Alaska did with trash bags.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, Roxanne's trash bag look, girl, fuck her. She showed up. I said, "Oh my God, how dare you?" So good.
Well, all of you guys did like good, but I want to mention one more thing. With the finale looming and that top three spot hanging on the balance, there's going to be two questions. So, what would it mean to win ODRL, not just for yourself, but for your journey, your artistry, and the artists that look up to you?
Um, I think it would mean a really lovely sense of validation and of validation not only for my like people who look like me and people who perform like me that maybe like don't get seen as much
Mhm.
or are often put in a box because of the way they look, but also for myself. And every person will tell you this. It's there has been a lot of time and money and efforts and just hard work put into a package for something like this. Um, and to have that validation at the end to get that final like you really did that thing makes all of it so worth it. And in the end, it is worth it because the point of a competition like this is not to win, not to lose. It's to show yourself off to your community and to show people what you do.
Yes.
Um, so but then again, winning is really nice. So I think it would mean a really great sense of validation for my drag and to show that the work I put into it was worth it. And
Mhm.
that just and also general like feelings of myself that I really did the thing and I really like pushed myself and was successful at it. Um, and I think it would just be a really great thing to have under my belt in this
Yeah.
town. I mean, almost you look back at all the other ODRL winners, they've all honestly grown to have like some very, very successful things happen in their career and to become a really big name in this town. And that is a goal of mine. It's something I would really love to have happen. I think this would be a great way to help that along.
Well, I know it's not on here, but my second part of that question, can you tell us what we're going to see from Annie during the finale?
I can. And like we had talked about, this is it's already gonna have happened by now. So hopefully I'm saying this as a winner, knock on wood. Um, but we have a talent portion. I always singing live, singing a little Broadway number.
Oh, is it gonna be the
Uh,
same number from the gig or is
it's
change?
not. I
Yeah.
thought about it for a split second, but I was like, no, I need to do something different. Um, and then we have a video game performance, and I have a really fun Miss Pac-Man number planned. It's super campy and super like very like nostalgic retro with a few little like stupid twists.
I love that. So we're going back to the 80s with that one.
Kind of like in the
Yeah.
game, yes. But the mix is it's a very weird mix. Um, but it's a little nod to like the old school like Miss Pac-Man and then like a more modern Miss Pac-Man. It has a lot of like fun sound effects from the game, and I'll have the ghosts with me. Um, so it'll be really fun. And then
Don't tell me the ghosts are actually gonna be able to turn blue on stage. Yeah. We'll
look,
see. We'll
if
see.
there is one thing about me, if I
Yeah.
put an idea in my head and I can find any feasible way to make it happen, I will make it happen.
Yes.
Regardless of what I have to do to make it happen. And then we have something really fun for our lip sync song. Nothing too crazy for that because it's a finale lip sync and I want to just I honestly like I guess the finale will have already happened. I don't really have any reveals planned for it. This I want to be a true testament to a true lip sync of you are there, you are with the words, you are acting the song, and you
What
are
is the
giving it.
song, by the way?
It's Defying Gravity, the
Oh,
movie version. It is a 6.5 minute mix of it. It's not a mix, it's just the song. But and they have put the emphasis on us that acting it out and really like being in it is the important part of it. So I'm going into it with I have a very pretty outfit ready for it. Um, to give them musical theater down,
mhm.
to give them a true old school Park and Bark lip sync. And I think it's going to be great. I'm excited. And then I got my finale gown in the mail the other day, and it is a beautiful, beautiful black and white gown. Um, that hopefully I will snatch my second crown in. So
Hopefully we'll see.
like, I know a little bit of what the other girls are bringing, and I think they're both going to also have very fierce packages for the night.
Like I
So
told you, my top two are you and Roxanne so far.
I don't think we're going to a top two. I think we're just going to be all three the whole night until the very end.
Really?
I Unless there's a twist. I don't know, but I believe so.
Well, Annie, I just want to say I'm rooting for you to win, but like I said, you're always winning my heart, and I love
Oh,
you.
thank
And
you.
I
I
just
love
want
you.
to give a round of applause for Annie Daynow right there.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate it. And round of applause for you too. This has been so lovely.
Yes. I've been wanting to get you on here since I first started it too.
Yes.
Because everybody that's performing with me on Nightmare Mayhem keeps being like, "Who designs your wigs? I want to see the one behind the mask." I'm like, Annie, when are you available? So Annie, I decided to shake things up a bit. We've heard the reads, the claws, the shade, the roast sessions. That's Drag 101. But you're the girl everyone calls Miss Congeniality, not just at the gig, but at Orlando Drag Race Live too. You're the cast member who hugs after the lip sync, the one who upsets someone up while still beating your face. And that's why I
Hmm.
wanted to play a little game just for you called The Many Days of Daynow.
Oh, I love that.
Here's how it works. I'm gonna show you 17 looks in rapid fire,
Hear you.
both seasons of the gig and Orlando Drag Race Live. Everything we could find from performances, promos, sneak peeks, and maybe even a few surprise screenshots. And for
Oh,
each one, you have to tell us what was the persona or storyline behind this look. You get it?
yeah, I'm ready.
Perfect.
Rapid
So,
fire.
So get ready, Diva. The spotlight's on and the mirror's talking back. Let's peel back the wigs and see the many faces of Daynow. Let's begin. You ready?
Yes, I am.
This one.
So, this was for Universal Studios themed performance. I had thought about Scooby-Doo for a while. I was like, oh, this is gonna be really fun. Me and brown hair, crazy. But also, if you watched the gig, that is the Hillary Clinton wig that I had made originally for a different number that I let V borrow, and then I made it into this wig. Um, so this whole like look is like a campy, super fun take on Velma from Scooby-Doo.
This one. Let me zoom it back so our fans can see too. I cannot zoom it back. Let me see if I can go 40%.
Oh, it is all good. I mean,
Well, never mind.
again talking about or like again talking about this number or let me start over. Again, talking about this look, same from earlier. I am so proud and in love with this look. And unfortunately, I will almost never be able to wear it again. Um, but I mean, literally look at that. Every single thing is hand
This look is
sequin.
fucking amazing. This was
It's
the
and
one you
I
were talking about the binders?
Yes. And even the earrings are made out of Tupperware that I cut out and also glued binder dividers on, and the ring as well, also binder dividers. The other thing I got red on was my nude illusion under it, but I'm also like, okay, if that's the biggest thing I was getting red on, girl. Um, but I mean, they didn't get to see the back of it as much. I wish I had like had a professional photo of the back of it as well. But that whole skirt was an entire mural of trees and flowers and grass and clouds and everything. It took so goddamn long to make, but I am so proud of this. I think this is one of my favorite looks I think I've ever had.
The your crowning look that they posted.
Oh, I look so fishy and smooth. Um, we took this the day that we filmed the reunion, and V and I got to take our crowning photos, and it was such a surreal moment. It was the first time I got to like actually put the crown on. Because I didn't put it on when we filmed the finale because I didn't think we were allowed to, so I just kind of held it over my head. But I got to put it on, and it felt so cool and so special to be taking a photo like this. Jack at the Ren Paparazzi took this photo, and Morgan Lachey took the other ODRL photos. But I love it. It's such a cool memorabilia thing to have.
You have Oscar the Grouch. This one made me laugh the fucking most when I saw it though.
This
Eh.
this was such a stupid fucking thing. But again, that's uh I had told her off camera I bought a fucking jigsaw from Home Depot to cut this goddamn trash can in half. Because what you don't see is me kneeling the entirety of Snatch Game, and in this picture was me kneeling in the trash can. Um and it's made out of Grinch costumes and a t-shirt that says Scram and a wig that I made that has trash in it. Um it's crazy. This is one of the most weird things I think I've ever done, but it was so much fun. So much fun.
See, we have this one, your promo.
Uh, I love this look. It was this look I've had for so long. I made it like I didn't make the dress. It was an Amazon dress that you can't see it in the picture, but it is stoned head to fucking toe. All the fruits are stoned, everything. And I've had this look sitting in my closet for like a year. I just made it for fun and never did anything with it. And then the promo came along. I was like, oh wait, this would be so fun. So put it all together, that basket on my head was one of the most painful things I think I've ever worn. Because it was so heavy and it was only pinned directly into my head. But I don't regret it. It was so much fun. And I think this look is so cool. I love it.
I did say with this look, when you have bugs like crawling on your dress and your like tights, I was like, it kind of gives that like Alaska moment. I don't know if you remember that from All Stars 2.
Oh yeah, yeah. I literally have the poster of it. You can't see it in the photo, but it's hanging up right here on my vanity. I still have it hanging up.
We have Raggedy Ann.
Love this costume. This was made by a very good friend Emily. And it's a Raggedy Annie. Um, and the wig was completely hand tied yarn wig by myself. I love this look. I thought it was super fun. I thought it was super like nostalgic and just really cute. It's very cutesy. I really loved it.
See, Bloody Mary.
Let me tell you something. I am a I am a scaredy cat so bad, but I love Horror Nights. Horror Nights is one of my favorite things to do of all time. And
Are you gonna go this year? Yeah.
oh, absolutely. And the myth of Bloody Mary is terrifying to me. It has been since I was a child, and I do not fuck with it. But it is one of my favorite, like, little history things from Horror Nights. And long story short, I know it's rapid fire. I did a whole project on this in college that they couldn't actually use that name because a special effects makeup company in California owns the rights to her name. So she was Dr. Mary Agna, I think, or something, and they had
Hmm.
to create a whole different storyline for her, and that's why you don't see her in any of the merchandise, any of the advertising in years after it, because they couldn't technically use the name Bloody Mary. Um, but I knew I for horror I wanted to do something as a nod to Horror Nights because I loved it so much. So all of the audio, all of the like clips and the design of her costume and everything is based off of the Horror Nights version of her.
And I
And I
love,
loved
I
it. It
love, I
was
love
so much
that
fun.
performance. I was
Thank
trying.
you.
I remember shooting it. I was like, let me do this in black and white. It's gonna work better.
Right. It's so fierce. It's so crazy.
This one.
Oh, this is such a cute, again, made by my friend Emily. My grandparents, my grandma is Polish and my like whole side of her family is Polish. Um, so I wanted to do like a cute little nod, show us your roots, and I was like, this is a fun little nod to a part of my culture that I don't really get to like have much
Hmm.
like experience with or anything. So I thought this would be a nice kind of way to honor that and to kind of be a part of that with them.
This one. I've seen this one before.
This is I one of my favorite costumes of all time. My good friend Daisy McCarthy made it for herself when she was playing Ursula in a different production and has let me borrow it. And it is just one of the most beautiful costumes I have ever had the honor of putting on my body. And the detail in it is crazy. And the necklace, it didn't work during the performance, which I'm so mad about because I had a different necklace and I made a different one for this, and it just
Hmm.
didn't work. But the necklace lights up. And it was supposed to light up during the number, but I just couldn't get it to work. And then that hair was made by me and is one of my favorite things I think I've ever made. And I love doing Ursula. It is such a fun number to do.
This one.
Oh, I
Another Disney.
yes, and you can't see it in the picture, but my shoe is on the ground next to it as if I lost my shoe. This outfit's made by Holiday in California. It's just everything I could want out of an evening gown. It fits my body great because that is a very big thing. If you ever make a costume for me or anything, like I am a very big stickler about the way my body looks.
Hmm.
Um, and I'm very specific about it. And I love the way this looks. It's fun, it's campy, but it's still very classic and very elegant. And I made that hair, and Mariah Berry made all my jewelry. And I felt so, so beautiful wearing this. It was a very, very cool moment.
This one.
Miss Interplanet Janet from Schoolhouse Rock. Honestly, this costume and this whole number came together by an absolute miracle. Um, but we did it again. My friend Emily like helped me out with this costume and like made a lot of the pieces to it. And I made this hair, which is crazy for me, in a hard front, pink and purple hair.
Hmm.
Um, but I loved it. It's so fun. It's so nostalgic. And I grew up on Schoolhouse Rock, so it's cool to get to like kind of bring that into my drag now.
Conjunction, junction.
No, literally,
Yeah.
Schoolhouse Rock has so many bops. Oh, it's so great.
Yes. I still remember the song when Kendall was trying to explain to me how bills work in the US and he was like,
I'm
I'm
just
just
a
a
bit.
bill. Eh,
It's not only. Oh yeah.
this one.
Oh, we took this as the roast pictures at the gig again by paparazzi. This is one of Ginger's old costumes that, oh no, she can't fit into anymore. Oh darn.
Yeah, because
So
your mom has lost a lot of fucking
yeah,
weight.
she has. But luckily a lot of her costumes fit me. So she let me borrow this costume for the roast, and it has become one of my favorite costumes. It's so pretty, and it's Gidget Galore made it. Um, and Jack was like, we just want to do this like very like fashion, like kind of magazine photo shoot. You're around a bunch of clothing on like a big like lounge. And this is one of my favorite pictures that we took out of the entirety of the gig. I feel so beautiful and so like fashionable.
Well, I can tell you, if Ginger wants to donate any of her looks, she can donate them right to you.
Period. Right into my closet. Okay.
This one.
Oh, I love this costume. This costume I got off of Facebook Marketplace. Um, and again, it's such a fun costume. This is for the animal print runway for the gig and the ball. It was so fun. I wanted to do something really fun and playful and very cutesy because I knew I was doing punk right after it. And I love this costume. I love this look. I love this picture. I think it's very cute and a very great like
It
aesthetic.
literally is like iconic Annie right there. That's what I'm saying.
I love this dress so much and the big blonde hair. Like, it's great.
This one.
Oh, again, photo by Jack. Kitty Calico made this costume, and I made the hair and the hat with it. Um, this is one of I love this picture. I think it's so old school 50s theatrical, and I really wanted to give very like Marlena Dietrich's, very like Judy Garland, very old school vintage Hollywood. And I love it. I'm in love with like everything about it. I think it's so freaking cool. And I would love to have merch with like just that on a black t-shirt. Ooh.
Don't you kinda have it already with
I
like the
do come in at
fans?
yeah,
Because
my
like
pants.
the
It's a very, very similar design, yeah. And honestly, that is kind of what inspired this costume to be made.
see, we have this one.
Yes. Ooh, this was, not my strongest week at the gig. Well, that's a lie. I think I did really well this week, but maybe was not seeing
That's
that
when I
with.
saw you do something different as well
Yeah.
with the competition.
Thank you. This wig is so fun. I wore all black, which I don't usually do, but now I'm starting to wear it more because I really like it. And I did a completely nude highlighter lip and thought I was changing the world. And honestly, I still do. You put me in a different lip, and I thought I'm a brand new person. But this is the girl group challenge with Chanel, Natalia, and Remini, and it was so much fun. I had a blast.
So we have three more. This
Yep.
one.
And this was the same night, and I got for not showing my face, and that there was not enough. Like on the cardboard, you could see some cardboard, which you know what? Very fair. There are definitely things that I could have changed about this and made it more involved. But, and you know what? Full T, since the gig has already come out, whatever. This was made almost entirely in a day because I did procrastinate a little bit on it. So
Mhm.
for this being the result, and I have two hot glue burn marks permanently on my body because of it. I am so fucking proud of this. I thought it was so cool, and I still have the rest of the costume is just sitting somewhere in my garage, but I still have the head in my drag room like displayed because I think it's so cool.
You know what you could do with this like outfit one day if you ever did it again? Because I could
What?
totally see. Do you remember Rosie from the Jetsons?
Oh, absolutely. That was gonna be the Jetsons was gonna be my choice for sci-fi for Drag Race Live, but I ended up not going with it. But that, yes, I think this would be great for Rosie.
I can totally see it. This one, your iconic Woody look.
I love it. Again, the costumes made by my friend Emily. She has made quite a lot for me. I love this costume. I think it is so fun. It's so cute. Um,
I think it's the first time I've seen you in chaps too when I watched it
oh
like the
yeah,
first time.
it's great. I love it. I think it is so stinking cute. I love that number. Um, it was very fun. This was like my first thing I got to show off with the gig, and I'm very happy with how it came out.
Well, the gig promo.
Oh, again, this outfit was made by Kitty. I made the hair. And I wanted to give very like 80s CEO, like big chunky block phone and cigar kind of vibes. But in a still feminine and drag sort of way. And I think we achieved that. And it is I love this picture. I love this promo. I thought it was such a fun concept to do for a promo.
It kind of
And
gives me if like you were in Dynasty.
oh, very that. I could absolutely see that.
So out of
Yeah.
all of these 17 looks, which one is your absolute like three favorites? I'm gonna have you pick a top three since we showed 17.
Okay, top three. I'm looking at the bottom. Definitely um I think I would say Ursula,
So this one right here,
yes. Cinderella.
which is that one.
Ooh, and then I'm stuck between. I no, it's the blue brocade one, the one that's two after that. That is
This one right here.
yes, I that costume is so beautiful. Um, and I love it. I love wearing it. I got to wear it when I did Golden Cows Live with Ginger a few months ago, or probably like a month ago. Um, and I love it. I love that costume so, so much. It's great. So I think I would choose those three.
Well, that has been the many days of Daynow.
Whew, nice.
And I want to say you've done so many incredible things, Annie, and you've inspired so many people,
Oh.
not just in the Orlando drag scene, but everywhere in your voice. Visuals, your wigs have landed. So tell me this. What do you want to do next? What's the dream for any day now, beyond the stage, beyond the crown, beyond the curtain?
I would love to be on Drag Race someday, and hopefully that someday will happen within the next few years because that would be really great. Um, I have some things in the work about having my own show here in Orlando, so that would also be very cool. Um, and just continuing to the goal right now is to become a name and a staple in my community
Mhm.
because I think that's a really great thing to have before doing something like Drag Race. So that's the goal right now. Because yes, you can go on Drag Race and get fans around the world or whatever, but if the people in your own community don't know who you are and don't like can't be there to uplift you and support you and everything, then it kind of misses the whole point. So definitely I think that's the direction I'm headed right now.
Well, Annie, I have to say, I love getting to talk with you on Unholy Encounters, and I love watching you slay your way through both competitions, rock the Orlando scene, and keep my scalp snatched with every lace front you've ever landed on this devilish little head over here.
Okay.
You are a true queen, a true artist, and without doubt, a true icon. And I want to say thank you for being here. Thank you for being you. And thank you for reminding us why drag is an art form and a revolution.
Oh, thank you. And thank you for having me. This was so much fun. I adore you. I love you. And this was so great to kind of do like a whole little deep dive of it. This is so fun.
Yes. Well, Annie, before we send you back up to Earth from the underworld, where can people follow you, stalk your looks, tip you from across the screen, buy an Annie Daynow wig?
Yes, I'm on Instagram at Annie_Daynow. I'm on Facebook. You can also search that name. It'll also pop up my boy name. Ooh. But hey, whatever. It's on there. I made the account and we are in the process of making it a full company, but to do Annie Wig now. So that will eventually be a full-fledged company up here in the next like few months, which will be really exciting.
Yes.
Um, so you can follow me there.
I mean, and hey, you have your first one. That's your model right here. Yeah.
Oh, period.
Yeah.
Um, and I'm at Boots almost every weekend at the Renaissance until we close.
And you have
Um,
Miss Cracker this weekend, don't you?
huh?
Don't you have Miss Cracker Friday and
We
Saturday?
do. Yes, I'm so excited to meet her. I think it's going to be great. Um, and yeah, you can follow me on those social medias. You can see me on the gig on YouTube. It's going to be permanently up there. Um, and yeah, just around Orlando, I post a lot of my stories of where I'll be. So you can catch up with me there and follow my whole journey.
And Spooky fans, if you want to follow Annie Day now, I'll be tagging everything in the description. You can also support her by buying a Niji fan.
Yes, my Ninja fans. You can go on my Instagram and it's there. I have the beautiful, beautiful fan that myself and Ninja fans created with my friend Brax, who made the artwork for it. And I love it. It is so cool. It's the first piece of merch I've ever had with myself on it. So it's great. I love it
Yes.
so dearly.
Well, that's it for this episode of Unholy Encounters. And I want to say thank you to my closest friend. I love you, girl.
I love you. Thank you for having me. This was lovely. This was really, really great.
And spooky fans, make sure that you like, comment, and subscribe. And until next time, stay spooky.
Bye, guys.